Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel today. As we get closer to the start of season 3 of Yellowjackets, I want to speculate a little bit more about the show, and for today's video I want to talk about who the man was that Jackie sees when she is frozen to death in season 1. But he is played by William Charles Vaughn. It says the name of his character on IMDb and we can see that his name is Hunter. So we can deduce that the man that they find in the attic is the same man that Jackie sees in that vision. Still, as to why he is in the middle of a Canadian forest, who knows, but we know that he was surviving up there. He also is probably the one who put all of the wilderness symbols everywhere. The same man can be seen in the opening credits of the show as well, and it's almost the same shot that we see when he is talking to Jackie and looking at her. So who could he be, and why did he appear as Jackie was dying? Well, there are a lot of things we can speculate on, but first we also see Laura Lee in this vision as well, and once we see here we can kind of figure out that this is like something supernatural maybe might be happening, or something. This isn't like normal, like Jackie was definitely hallucinating here, and we know that because she died trying to fly the plane out of the forest. So is Jackie seeing ghosts? We know she's not with us anymore, and the hunter says that we've been waiting for you. I'm not too sure what he could have meant by that, but could the forest be trapping their souls there, and that's why Jackie is seeing them? Also, during this, Lottie is freaking out a bit and possibly gets possessed. She then starts to speak like fluent French, and we know that they are in Canada, so maybe it's possible the hunter is a French Canadian and he was the one that possessed Lottie. Also, what she was saying was translated to, it wants more blood, it wants more blood, it wanted more blood, blood is flowing here. It's a lot of creepy sounding stuff like that. So whoever the hunter is talking about when he says we've been waiting for you, it seems like that is the thing that wants them to spill blood or offer it. I made a video earlier talking about how the Antler Queen is not a actual person but something that they embody to survive in the wilderness, but at this point I'm thinking that the Antler Queen might be the dark forces that are making them kill in the first place, and maybe when Shauna kills Adam in the present timeline, that is when everything started back up again. It also could be possible that the hunter's whole family line could be worshippers of something down in this forest, and maybe his family was the one to keep the evil force at bay, and that hut could have been the hut that they all lived at generation to generation, because the hut does look pretty old. But I talked about in the video where we discussed the Melisse that they could be unknowingly worshipping some deity or even multiple ones, so maybe this could be it. We have seen many wild things that happen to them, and most of them helped them survive, like the bear offering itself to Lottie, and when Javi was on his own, what did he eat to survive that long by himself? Also, speaking of Javi, after they find him and they return back to the hut, Javi tells the coach that she did not want him to come back, and we don't know who Javi was talking about. It could have been the deity warning Javi because a dark entity has basically corrupted all of the Yellowjackets. Whoever Javi was talking to, it was clear that she was looking out for him, but maybe the hunter could also be the personification of death, or the Grim Reaper, if you will. And this could also explain why he says we have been waiting for you. It could be all of the people that have died in this forest, but the Grim Reaper is a entity or a unavoidable force, but he normally carries a scythe to reap souls, and he also comes from Western cultures, but he appears when someone is about to die to take them to the other side. And I will say Laura Lee is there in that vision that Jackie has, but there are some people that have died before this, like the other coach in the very first episode, and he is not seen in this vision. So maybe this dude only wants certain people, like maybe only the Yellowjackets, and that would lean along more of the lines that these could be Melisse, like a cult, and he could be like the leader of the cult back then when he was alive. But some other points to further drive that there might be a higher presence that is interact with them. Before they go and eat that bear that Lottie kills, she makes sure to sacrifice the heart to the forest to thank it for feeding them. So Lottie is treating the forest like a person or something else. And also Lottie talks about how she has a sensitivity to certain things like the dead ever since she was little. But back to the hunter. Do you guys remember when Van is on her deathbed after the wolf dragged her around the forest? Well, Van talks about how she saw something there when she was laying on the bed while they were saving her, and we can see some weird little figures that surround her. Could this be more ghosts like we see with Laura Lee and the cabin guy? These could be the family members of the cabin guy, and he may have killed killed them while he was alive, or maybe they were other survivors that were in this wood. I also previously talked about how these woods could be like a hunting zone, but not for just animals, but human as well, and the symbols could mark its territory. So what if the thing that Van saw were spirits of the survivors, or maybe even the cabin guy's family? And the reason why they might not have fully apparated is because Van didn't die. She did pull through, and Jackie was already dead while she was having that vision, and that could be why the cabin guy was able to talk to her, and also why she was able to see Laura Lee. It's possible there are a lot of supernatural beings that fill the forest, but I do think it could be the cabin guy's family. Like, it could be his daughter or wife that was helping Javi to survive. But that would be all that I have for today's video. Thank you for watching, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.